Happy morning, students. Welcome to grade 6 English class. Children, today we are going to learn a poem, Vacation. VOCATION, Vacation. This is our 7th poem in our Honeysuckle book. Before entering into the poem, let's know about the poet of the poem, Vacation. Look at the picture. He is Mr. Rabindranath Tagore, a poet of the poem Vacation. Rabindranath Tagore, he was born on 7th May 1861 and he was died on 7th August 1941. He was popularly known as Gurudev. He wrote many poems, novels, stories and drama. In 1913, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature, the first Asian ever to win this prize. Children, first we have to know what is the meaning of vocation. A vocation is a type of profession which demands special commitments, that is, a calling or a destined profession which gives the person a special happiness and fulfillment. That's the meaning for the title or the word we can say vocation. On your way to school or market, you see many people at work. In past, discuss what you have noticed. Then read this poem. You may read it aloud with a partner if you like. Children, now take your Honeysuckle book, page number 109. Let's learn the poem Vocation. First I will read once, listen carefully. Then I will explain you stanza by stanza. Listen. Vocation. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our lane, every day I meet the hawker crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." There is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road, crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. Just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. Now turn the page, children. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side and never once goes to bed in his life. I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. Children, now let's learn about the first stanza. Listen carefully. Have a pencil with you. Listen carefully. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our lane, Every day I meet the hawker crying, bangles, crystal bangles. What is the meaning of gong sounds? Look at the spelling. G-O-N-G, gong. Underline it. Gong means an object made of metal which gives sound when struck. Example we can say as a bell, children. Example you can remember as a bell, an object made of metal which gives sound when struck. That is gong. Gong sound. The next, what is the meaning of hawker? H-A-W-K-E-R. Hawker means, underline it children, hawker means person who travels and shouts to sell goods. The next one is the crystal. Crystal. Crystal means a jewel which looks clear and transparent, just like ice. Then, in the first stanza, the poet says that the child said that when the gong struck, gong means an object made of metal which gives sound. When the gong struck and made a sound to declare the first part of the day, it was 10 o'clock. He said that this was also the time for him to go to school. On his way to school, he used to watch a salesman who would shout, bangles, crystal bangles, to sell his bangles. How the seller, that is the hawker, shouts? He shouts like, bangles, crystal bangles. Why he shouts? To sell his bangles. Now look at the second part, children. There is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. While looking at him, the child had a thought that the vendor was free. He was in no hurry to reach anywhere, unlike the child who had to reach his school on time and come back home. He thought that the bangle seller was free of any time. Place boundation means he was free to move to any place unlike him. He felt as if he was under strict observations and the vendor was enjoying the complete freedom. Now look at the next line, children. I wish I were a hawker spending my day in the road crying, bangles, crystal bangles. What the poet says here in this line, I wish I were a hawker. First, what is the meaning of hawker? Person who travels and shouts to sell his goods. That's the name of the person who shouts to sell his goods. That is a hawker. I wish I were a hawker spending my day in the road crying, bangles, crystal bangles. That is it produces a which sound? Gong sound. An object made of metal which gives sound when struck. That is known as gong sound. It produces the gong sound, the bangles. So he shouts and shouts in the name of to sell his goods. Thus, he was so impressed by his freedom that he wished to be a hawker. He wished to move freely and shout just like him in the streets. He is imagined by himself. Look at the next stanza, children. When at 4 in the afternoon, I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house, the gardener digging the ground. What do you mean of digging, children? Digging. Digging. Digging means break up the soil, or we can say as earth with hands or tools. That is known as digging. Break up the soil. That is digging. When at 4 in the afternoon, I come back from the school like you. I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. The child, after coming back from school at 4 in the afternoon, noticed the gardener through the gate of the house. He would peep out and notice him digging soil. Digging means break up the soil, or we can say the earth with the hands or with the tools. That's the meaning of digging. The child, after coming back from school, at which time? 4 o'clock. He noticed the gardener. Look at the person. The boy noticed the gardener. That is the person who takes care of the gardener through the gate of the house. He didn't went inside. He just stand outside and he looked through the gate. Through the gate of the house, he would peep out and notice him. What the person is doing? Digging the soil. The gardener is digging the soil. Look at the next line, children. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. What is the meaning of spade, children? S-P-A-D-E. Underline it. S-P-A-D-E. Spade. Spade means a sharp-edged tool used for digging or cutting. That's known as spade. A sharp-edged tool used for digging and cutting. The next, baked. B-A-K-E-D. Baked in the sun. What is the meaning here? Baked in the sun. That is heated because of sunlight, or you can say as sun exposure. That is known as baked in the sun. The next, digging away. D-I-G-G-I-N-G. Digging away. What is the meaning of digging away? Digging means break up the soil. Then what is the meaning of digging away? To devote serious. That's known as digging away. To devote serious. That is digging away. Here, the child was attracted by his freedom to be in the dust and do the things of his choice with his tools. He thought that the gardener had the freedom to dirty his clothes with soil, play with his tools, stay in the sun for longer hours, get wet with sweat, or do anything, and he was not getting any punishment for all this. Whereas, if he would have been punished for all this. So, completely unaware of the hardships of that worker, he was attracted to be a gardener, to do things of his choice, and no one around to stop him. Now look at the next stanza, children. Just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. Here, listen, children. What is the meaning of walking up and down? What is the meaning here refers to walking up and down, that is to move back and forth. To move back and forth, or we can say as from one side to other. That's the meaning here. Walking up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. What is the meaning of giant? Giant. Giant. Giant means an imaginary superhuman. Giant means an imaginary superhuman. That is the meaning of giant. 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 At night, his mother would send him to sleep in his room where there used to be an open window. From there, he would notice a watchman walking here and there from one side to the other in the dark, lonely street. He also had a lamp in his hand which looked to him like a superhuman with a red eye in its head. Now look at the next stanza, children. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side, and never once goes to bed in his life. What do you mean by swings? SWINGS. Underline it, children. Swings means to move from one side to another. That is known as swings. That is to move from one side to another. That is swings. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side. You know the meaning of shadow. And never once goes to bed in his life. He would move his lamp from one side to another. His shadow was also visible on his side while he walked. The child thought that the watchman would never have slept at night all his life. I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. What am I chasing? CHASING. Chasing means that is run after. That is the meaning of chasing. I wish I were a watchman. That is the boy wished to become a watchman, walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. The child was so attracted to his mouse that he wished to be a watchman who would walk all night in the streets, running after his shadows with a lantern in hand. Now, let's recall about the poem Vocation. A vocation is a type of profession which demands special commitments, a calling or a destined profession which gives the person a special happiness and fulfillment. First, you have to know about the poem, children. This poem talks about a child who wishes to lead a free life and to do what he likes. He walks, that is, when he walks to his school, he meets a bangle seller who is free to sell his bangles and goes from place to place at his own will. The child wishes he could be like the hawker. On his return from school, in the afternoon, he sees a gardener digging the ground, that is, soiling his clothes, but he feels that the gardener is his own master. He never gets a scolding or punishment for dirtying his clothes. The child wishes he too were a gardener. Before going to sleep at night, the child sees the watchman on duty. The man with the lantern is guarding the lanes all night. The child again wishes he could take the place of the watchman and do freely what he liked. Finally, we can say that this poem displays a child's yearning and wishes. It speaks about how a child is unaware of the harshness connected to daily life and gets attracted to various things in life. Now let's again recall the poem, children. Listen carefully. I will read once. You can look at your book and you can listen. Vocation. When the gong sounds 10 in the morning and I walk to school by our learn, every day I meet the hawker crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." There is nothing to hurry him on. There is no road he must take, no place he must go to, no time when he must come home. I wish I were a hawker, spending my day in the road, crying, "Bangles, crystal bangles." When at 4 in the afternoon I come back from the school, I can see through the gate of that house the gardener digging the ground. He does what he likes with his spade. He soils his clothes with dust. Nobody takes him to task if he gets baked in the sun or gets wet. I wish I were a gardener digging away at the garden with nobody to stop me from digging. Just as it gets dark in the evening and my mother sends me to bed, I can see through my open window the watchman walking up and down. The lane is dark and lonely, and the street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. The watchman swings his lantern and walks with his shadow at his side and never once goes to bed in his life. I wish I were a watchman walking the street all night, chasing the shadows with my lantern. Rabindranath Tagore. Children, now let's learn about the figures of speech used in the poem Vocation, or you can say is the poetic device of the poem. Look at this. Various figures of speech used in Rabindranath Tagore's poem Vocation or repetition. First, listen. Repetition is a figure of speech that repeats similar words or expressions a couple of times to make a thought clearer and increasingly important. See, the first, what are the figures of speech we can find out in this poem is repetition. First, what do you mean by repetition? Repetition means it is a figure of speech that repeats similar words. Repetition means you can easily find the meaning of the word, that is repeating once again, once more. The word which is repeats, that is known as repetition. This is a figures of speech that repeats similar words. Similar words we can say as the particular words or some specific words. The words which are repeated once or twice, again the same word with the same meaning in the poem is known as repetition. Repetition is a figure of speech that repeats similar words or expressions. We can say as the similar words or expressions a couple of times. What do you mean couple of times? That is 2 times, or you can say as more than 2 times. Couple of times to make a thought clearer and increasingly important. That is, it gives more important for that particular word. It repeats again and again. That is known as repetition. What is the figure of speech here used, children? Repetition. What is the spelling for repetition? R-E-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. Repetition. What is the meaning of repetition? It is a figure of speech, children. It is used in our poem. And the meaning of repetition is it repeats. R-E-P-E-A-T-S. Repeats. Repeats means again and again. The same word is used again and again. That is the similar words, or you can say as the expressions a couple of times. A couple of times means 2 times to make a thought, to give a complete meaning, complete understanding, important for that word. That is known as repetition. Now look at your textbook, children. We can easily identify the figure of speech or the poetic device used in a poem. What are the similar words are used here? That is the repeated words. Bangles, crystal bangles. The poet used such words again and again to give more important or to make a thought clearer or increasingly important. He gives more importance for the particular word in the poem. What are the words there? Bangles, crystal bangles. The words are again repeated again and again in the poem. So the poetic device we can identify here as repetition. Okay, bangles, crystal bangles. So it repeats again and again. The similar words repeats again and again. So the poetic device used here is repetition. The next poetic device used in this poem is simile. S-I-M-I-L-E. What is my simile? It shows the similitude that appears between two contrasting things. Let's listen, children. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares, give the importance of this, that directly compares two things. Similes differ from metaphors by highlighting the similarities between two things using words such as like, as, or than, while metaphors create an implicit. First listen, children. Simile means it is a figure of speech. It directly compares two things. Simile directly compares two things, and this simile is highlighted by the words such as like, as, or than. This simile means it compares directly two things. Now look at your poem, children. What are the words used here as simile? The street lamp stands like a giant with one red eye in its head. See, here the street lamp, the position of street lamp is compared with a giant with one red eye in its head. The street lamp is compared with a giant. Here the figure of speech used is simile. That directly it compares two things. One is the street lamp and another one is the giant. It compares the two things. That is known as simile. A simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two things. Here the street lamp compares with the giant. This poem is written in a figurative language. So what are the poetic device we have learned in this poem? The one is the repetition and another one is the simile. Repetition means the words, similar words which are repeated again and again in the poem are known as repetition. And what are the words used here to repeat again and again? Bangles, crystal bangles. These are the words used in the poem as figure of speech. There is a repetition. And next one is the simile. The next figure of speech is simile. Simile is a figure of speech that directly compares two things, and it highlighted the words such as like, as and than. The word here, street lamp, is directly compared to the giant in this poem. So here we can identify the figure of speech or the poetic device as simile in the poem. Children, now look at the D words of the poem, vocation. Look at the first one. Vocation means it is a type of profession which demands special commitment and gives a person happiness and fulfillment. That is the meaning of vocation. Means it is a type of profession. It is a type of profession which demands special commitment. There is a special commitment and gives a person happiness and fulfillment. It is a commitment which gives satisfaction for a person is known as vocation. Second one, gong. Gong means a circular heavy bell that makes loud sound when hit. Gong means it is a bell, a sound created by a bell, a circular heavy bell. Okay, gong means it is a circular in shape, a heavy bell which makes loud sound when hit. When we hit that bell, it gives a loud sound. So that is known as gong. Next one, hawker. Hawker means a vendor who moves from street to street. That is a vendor, a person who sells something else from place to place. That is from street to street. Hawker means a vendor, a person who sells from one place to another place. Crystal. Crystal means glass. For the glass, we can name it as crystal. Spade. Spade means a digging tool. A tool which is used to dig the ground. That is known as spade. Next one, soil. Soils means makes dirty. It is a soil. Takes him to task. Here the meaning takes him to task means gets angry with him. Gets angry with him. That is takes him to task means gets angry with him. Baked. Baked means roasted. How the bread will be baked? The same thing, roasted, or you can say as very hot. Next one, giant. Giant means monster. The appearance is very high. Giant, monster. Sphinx. Sphinx means moves, or you can say as waves from one place, this a position to another position. Sphinx, that is you will play in the park in this using the swing. How it moves from one position to another position. Sphinx means you can say as moves, or you can name it as waves. Shadow. Shadow means shade. That is how you can see your shadow when you walk during this timing. So shadow. Shadow means shade. The next, chasing. Chasing means following, or you can say as going after. The person who is following on the back of you. You can name it as chasing. Chasing means following or going after. Children, now look at the summary of the poem Vocation. In this poem, a child speaks about his wishes and attractions. It shows the state of his wearing but innocent mind. The poem is about how a child gets attracted to the ways of people around him and finds different curiosities and attractions in their lives. So listen children, this poem, a child speaks about his wishes and attractions. So here the child speaks about his wishes and attractions. Here it shows the state of his wearing but innocent mind. The child was very innocent. The poem is about how a child gets attracted to the ways of people around him. Here in this poem, it shows that how a child gets attracted to the ways of people around him and find different curiosities and attractions in their lives. So the child was interested on the people who were nearby and their works. He is not aware of the tough routine they have to go through. It also shows his innocence and lack of worldly sins. So here the child is not aware of the tough routine. The child is not aware of the routine work they have to go through. Because the child was innocent, the child doesn't know everything in a deep way. It also shows his innocence and lack of worldly sense. So the child doesn't have, that is a clear idea about the work of people, and that there is a lack of worldly sense for the child. At three different points of time during the day, he notices different hawkers. Hawkers means a person who sells from one place to another. Vendor. Hawkers means a vendor who sells something from place to another place, from street to street. Hawkers means vendors, and gets impressed by their free choices and independent way of life. Here, the child was fully happy on seeing the vendor, that is a hawker. Vendor means hawker from who is moving from street to street, and gets impressed by their free choices and independent way of life. When the gong sounds 10 in the first part of the day, he goes to his school and sees the vendor crying bangles, precious stone bangles, and he wishes he could be a peddler and move freely anywhere just like him. So when the gong sounds means that is a round shaped bell sound which produce a louder noise. So that sound is known as gong sounds, gong bell you can say. Gong sounds 10 in the first part of the day. He goes to his school and sees the vendor crying. How the vendor will cry? Bangles, precious stone bangles. And he wishes he could be a peddler and move freely. The child thought that the person moves freely anywhere, anywhere from place to place, and he also wishes to move like him freely from place to place. At 4 in the evening, while returning from school at the same time, he sees the plant specialist borrowing the ground, and he wanted to be a nursery worker. He wished to play in the dust. So at 4 o'clock, while he returned from school, at the same time he sees the plant specialist borrowing the ground, and he wanted to be a nursery worker to play with the mud. He wished to play in the dust. At the point when night falls, his mom sends him to bed, and he sees the guardian through the window, and he wishes he could be a gatekeeper so that he could also move here and there in the streets at night freely. So listen here children, at the point when night falls, that is during night time, when night falls, the child's mom send the child to bed, and the child sees the guardian through the window. So his mother make him to sleep in the bed, and the child sees the guardian through the window, and he wishes to be a gatekeeper. The child wishes to be a gatekeeper finally. What is the reason? So he could also move. What is the reason to become a, that is he feels to be a gatekeeper means because he could also move here and there during the night. During the night time he can freely move from street to street at night freely. So that is the reason he want to be a gatekeeper. So listen children, here the poet's mother make him to sleep in the bed when the night falls, but the child sees the guardian through the window, and he could wishes to be like a gatekeeper. Why? Because that is why he could also move here and there from place to place, from street to street at night freely. So children, learn the poem thoroughly, learn the meaning of the D words, and then you have to take down the question answer in your classwork notebooks. Learn and then write it, spell it and write. Learn thoroughly, write it neatly, mention the date, concentrate on your writing, spell it and write. While you are writing, you have to concentrate on your spelling. Learn and write it neatly. After completing your classwork, take a photocopy and send it to me. Thank you.